EJ, fix of facts and spicy side.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
Also hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
Wow. What a Sunday.
Weekend.
What a weekend.
Actually, the whole weekend was packed. Actually, Friday too. The students started.
It's been a couple of weeks culminating to yesterday, and I'm just really happy. By the way, shout out to all our colleagues, reporters, camera people in the control booth, our producers. Our writers, you guys did such an amazing job. It's not an easy job, but you guys did it for the Filipino people.
Yes, our coverage yesterday was
It was a full-on
Our cancel
coverage.
corruption coverage.
From Luneta, imagine, in the morning, and then culminating to the EDSA Shrine rallies.
Exactly.
Up to the evening.
I was following, what's happening, and we were on point on everything. Corina got wet.
Karina's been there since Luneta hanggang night, so kudos.
She had to hitchhike. Pinky worked morning and then afternoon. Everybody did a good
Anne,
job.
Willard, and George, you guys all did such a great job.
You guys
Also,
rocked.
our reporters following all the developments.
And they're still here today. Our crew, the writers, are all here. So way to show up, guys.
But guess
and
what?
Today, Malacanang is on lockdown.
Still,
it's the first time since the time of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
Because of what happened yesterday, there were some groups that decided that violence is the way.
In the Mendiola
Sorry, folks,
area,
violence is not the way to make the people hear your plight.
But allegedly, I heard there's alleged rumors that they were actually paid to do that. So stay on Bilyonaryo. I don't want to say that much yet. But apparently, those people were paid to do all those violence because most of everybody who went to protest very peaceful, and everybody did such a great job.
We're going to try to get to the bottom of that because we have a reporter at the police headquarters in Camp Crame.
Yes, Andrea
and we'll
Salve.
hear what they have to say about it and also the lockdown in Malacanang.
Yes.
Ivy Reyes, I think, is monitoring the situation there. You know what? Malacanang is a sprawling area, but it's densely packed. And on a regular day, security is always tight, but now it's extra tight.
Well, I hope no more violence. But you know what makes my heart flutter is that the people who attended the rallies yesterday were from all walks of life. No, everyone was equal. Everybody, people walked because they were Pinoys, not because they come from a certain demographic, a certain belief. The only thing was because they're all Filipinos. So kudos to everyone.
And united for one goal, which is to stop corruption. Because honestly, guys, we're really so over it. Everybody really does pay for taxes. We all work hard. So it's time that the government stops, what's in Tagalog, making nakaw our money.
They understood that. They understood that.
And we should literally hold them accountable because it's time for us to finally speak up. And I think we did speak up yesterday. So I'm so proud of everybody that showed up.
Some fire words also from the celebrities, and we're going to hear about that.
And of course, a person that speaks up a lot and has also great philosophies. We've got an amazing guest today.
Yes, Stephanie Zubiri will be joining us in the show today.
I can't wait to talk to her. I loved her energy when she came in the studio, and she's so pretty. I was so like, oh my gosh,
You got a good girl crush.
Yes,
right?
I have a good girl crush.
And for good news, Mo.
Yes, EJ Aviana wins gold at home yesterday at the Ayala Atletang something. Oh my goodness. Atletang Ayala. There we go. I'm getting below with all my Tagalog. So yay, go EJ. He brought all the pole vaulters from around the world here. And all the Filipinos were dying because some of them showed their abs.
Wow, really?
Oh my goodness.
I have to see
Report on
that.
later.
I don't know if I'll report about the abs, but I will report on EJ.
All right. Mine's got a lot to say too.
EJ Obiana doing the country proud once again. And those stories and more coming up. But first, the headlines. In today's headlines, Malacanang on lockdown. Security is tight at the palace following Sunday's anti-corruption protests. We get an update live. Meanwhile, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno goes after rioters who caused mayhem during the rallies yesterday. In sports, Asia's best pole vaulter EJ Obiena back to his winning ways after ruling the World Pole Vault Challenge here at home. And we'll sit down with another modern-day superwoman. Author and podcaster Stephanie Zubiri will join us on the show. And security remains tight in Malacanang after protesters' attempts to breach the palace took a chaotic turn in yesterday's anti-corruption rallies. That as Malacanang condemns the violence and the youth allegedly being used to further political agenda. Ivy Reyes joins us live from Manila. Hi, Ivy. How's the situation there?
Mai, if you pass by the Nagtahan entrance to the Malacanang Palace, you would see 4 sets of barricade. This after the palace went on lockdown on Sunday as protests took a sharp turn along Manjola and Recto, which are crucial points to breach through the Malacanang compound. Today, the red alert status remains in place according to the Presidential Security Command. Yesterday morning, as we were roving around Manjola, protests were still peaceful until a trailer truck's wheel was set on fire by noon. And then from this point forward, mayhem broke, resulting in a heightened tension between police forces and rioters. Malacanang condemned the violence in Undersecretary Claire Castro's interview on Bilyonaryo's channel, where she said that she believes the youth involved in the violent encounter were used by those who want to take the president's seat. As of now, security remains tight in the compound with strict protocol to be followed. Mai.
Ivy, did the president say anything? What's his latest statement about yesterday's anti-corruption protest?
The press briefing with Undersecretary Claire Castro is ongoing right now, and she just stated that the president condemns the violence that broke out yesterday and even the foul words stated at the rally, like for example from Vice Ganda, celebrity and comedian Vice Ganda. While the president respects the freedom of speech of entertainers, they said they still have a responsibility to influence their viewers. Mai.
Ivy, do we have persons of interest behind the rioting?
According to DICT Secretary Henry Aguda, they're already looking at persons of interest because they have this page called Anonymous PH, and they observed that the initiatives to wear black masks and black shirts started from this page, and they're looking at maybe the admins of this page. Mai.
Thank you, Ivy Reyes, reporting to us live from Malacanang. A supposedly peaceful anti-corruption rally takes a violent turn after dozens of police officers were left injured. Andrea Salve now joins us live for the details from Camp Crame. Andrea, go ahead.
A fiery clash in the heart of the capital. 93 Manila police officers are injured as a peaceful protest turned violent right outside the palace gates. The Manila police are now disputing claims of excessive force as investigations continue. Police Major Philip Ines, spokesperson for the Manila Police District, confirms that 93 personnel were hurt in the chaos that erupted during yesterday's anti-corruption rally. Of this number, 8 officers sustained lacerations, 9 remain confined at the PNP General Hospital, and 75 others have received medical treatment for minor injuries. No fatalities have been reported among the police force as of this time. In response to widespread social media reports, Major Ines denies claims that police in civilian clothing fired gunshots. He clarifies that the explosions heard were caused by Molotov bombs allegedly thrown by masked individuals in black shirts and bonnets who, according to police, identify as hip-hop gangsters. Despite the high number of injuries, MPD officials maintain they were fully prepared for the rally. They admit, however, that what they could not anticipate were the intentions of protesters who they claim were determined to incite violence under the guise of peaceful assembly. My PNP Acting Chief Melencio Nartates Jr. paid a visit to the injured officers recovering at the General Hospital earlier today. And despite yesterday's confrontation, the PNP describes the September 21 anti-corruption rally as generally peaceful, calling the reported incidents as isolated. Back to you, Mai.
Right, we hope their injuries are being treated well. Thank you, Andrea Salve, live from Camp Crame. The Manila Police District arrests about 100 individuals after the anti-corruption protests yesterday. To give us an update, Pierre Pastor is on the line. Pierre.
Hi, Mai. We're here at the Manila Police District waiting for acting PNP Chief Jose Melencio Nartaez for his statement on the incident last night, but we already got a statement from PNP spokesperson Philip Ines. It's about 216 individuals arrested during the riot yesterday at the Mindiola Bridge. 112 of them are adults, 89 are minors, and 24 are children or children at risk or below 12 years old. Now, there are parents outside the gate of the MPD, Mai, waiting to be able to see their children who were allegedly involved in the riot yesterday and was taken into police custody. Most of them have not seen or spoken to their kids since yesterday. A mother claimed her child, did not ask for permission that he will join any of the protest rallies yesterday, but he didn't come home last night. They learned from the police that her son was brought here at the MPD. Now, another parent claims that her son was just mistakenly identified as one of the youngsters who threw stones at the police forces. Other parents say their kids were just curious bystanders in the area when the police force took them. At present, the gate of the MPD is closed, and the parents and relatives of these kids allegedly taken here were just waiting for confirmation if their loved one is really detained inside. Now, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno earlier said that some minors who were arrested after the incident were brought to the Manila Social Welfare. Mai?
So, Pierre, these are just kids. You said some are just below 12 years old. How long
Yes.
did you say have the parents been there? And did the police release a list of those detained in the headquarters?
So some parents here were here since last night, but most of them came early this morning. PNP says they are still investigating, and there is a process to follow, so they cannot yet see their children. The PNP is also investigating the alleged death of one of the arrested individuals. They're looking into if his death was related to the incident yesterday. But PNP assures that all who were involved in the riot will be held accountable. Mike?
Right, thanks for that update. Pierre Pastor reporting to us from Manila. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno vows to file criminal and civil charges against the suspects in yesterday's riots that led to multiple injuries. He inspected the damage last night and vowed to make them pay. Here's what the mayor had to say.
Mga dayo eh. Tagig, nakita ko yung mga address eh. Tagig, Pasay, Parañaque, Caloocan, Quezon City. May may nag-organize eh. Inaalam namin ngayon yung may mga balita kami, mga dating politiko, Filipino-Chinese. May isa naman, lawyer. Ayan yung mga binabantayan namin ngayon.
Work may be suspended in Congress today, but lawmakers push ahead in reshaping the 2026 budget. They're tackling a major funding shuffle for vital programs. Let's find out more from Joan Manalo, reporting to us live from the Batasang Pambansa. Joan, what do you have for us?
Mai, amid the work suspension announced by Malacanang today, the House Appropriations Committee continues its deliberation on budget amendments for the proposed 2026 national budget. House Appropriations Committee Chair Mika Swansing noted that this is the first time the Budget Amendment Review Subcommittee, or BARC, has been convened in Congress, calling it a milestone for the committee. She added that one of the biggest challenges for the BARC is deciding how to reallocate the 255 billion billion pesos that was slashed from the DPWH proposed 2026 budget, supposedly for flood control projects. Swansing said the situation is unprecedented but manageable, as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has issued a list of priority sectors for reallocation. These include education, health, agriculture, housing, infrastructure, ICT, labor, social services, and energy, with a clear spending menu provided to guide lawmakers. She also clarified that the output of today's deliberations will still be subject to review by the Executive Committee, providing another layer of scrutiny. Newly installed House Speaker Boji D, meanwhile, said that their focus is now on realigning the 2026 national budget to ensure transparency and proper allocation. In relation, D also stressed that if he were to decide, all reports from or related to the Infrastructure Committee's investigation should be submitted to the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI. However, he did not specify whether the September 9 hearing of the Infracom, co-chaired by Bicol Saro Party List Representative Terry Ridon, will be its last. Apart from budget matters, D also confirmed that there are no updates still on the return of Ako Bicol Party List Representative Zaldi Ko to the country amid the revocation of his travel authority. Mai.
Thanks for that report. John Manalo live from the Batasang Pambansa. Classes and work in government offices are suspended today due to Super Typhoon Nando and the southwest monsoon. But the palace says work for those engaged in providing essential services will continue. The Office of Civil Defense, which is on red alert due to the typhoon, tells BNC preemptive evacuations have been made to ensure the safety of residents in the path of Nando.
As of last night, we have about 1,000 families that have been pre-evacuated. No? This data is coming from the DILG. This is composed of almost 3,000 individuals that have been pre-evacuated from regions 1, region 2, also region 3, parts of region 3, especially from the province of Aurora, Batanes, Cagayan, also from region 2, no? And then also from the Cordillera Administrative Region.
A check on the weather. Life-threatening conditions are imminent over the extreme north as Super Typhoon Nando moves closer to the Babuyan Islands, which is now under signal number 5. Signal number 4 is up over the southern portion of Batanes, northern Cagayan, and the northern portion of Ilocos Norte. Signal number 3 is raised over the rest of Batanes, central Cagayan, northern and central Apayao, and the rest of Ilocos Norte. Signal number 2 is hoisted across the northern and north-central portion of Luzon, while signal number 1 is in place over the central and northeastern portion of Luzon. Nando is expected to pass very close or directly over the Babuyan Islands between noon and early afternoon and may exit the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow morning. U.S. President Donald Trump wants the suspected assassin of activist Charlie Kirk to face the full and ultimate punishment. Speaking at Kirk's memorial in Arizona, Trump called the killing a horrific crime and accused the radical left of fueling political violence. Meantime, Kirk's wife at the memorial says she has forgiven the gunman. Kirk was killed with a single bullet at a campus event in Utah. A 22-year-old student has been charged with murder.
Victory for Asia's best pole vaulter, EJ Obiena, right here at home. The world number 7 ruled the Atletang Ayala World Pole Vault Challenge on Sunday. Obiena cleared 5.80 meters with fewer attempts than his rivals to clinch the gold. The weekend meet is the first street pole event accredited by the World Athletics in Southeast Asia. Now in the UAAP, a statement win for the UST Growling Tigers to begin season 88. The host squad stunned defending champs UP Fighting Maroons 87-67 Sunday at the Quadricentennial Pavilion. 6'10" Collins Akowe made a dominant debut, powering UST with 29 points and 17 rebounds. Next up for the Tigers, the De La Salle Green Archers on Wednesday, September 24.
Vice Ganda challenges the government to bring back the death penalty. The Convenience/TV host delivered a fiery speech condemning corruption during Sunday's trillion peso march at the People Power Monument on EDSA.
Father, Mary katatapos lang ng misa, pero Panginoon, patawarin niyo kami, pero totoo yan. Ito ang wika ng lahat ng mga Pilipinong ninakawan. Hindi tayong pwede magalit lang ngayon. Kailangan hanggang bukas, kailangan sa susunod na linggo. Ikulong ang mga magnanakaw. Para sa akin, hindi nga sapat ang kulong. Dapat patayin ang mga korap na magnanakaw. Ibalik ang death penalty para sa mga korap.
She did not mince any words. Other celebrities who participated in the rallies included Maris Racal, Jody Santamaria, Andrea Brillantes, and Angel Aquino, who joined the Baha sa Luneta Aksyon Laban sa Korupsyon.
Justisya lang para sa ating mga Pilipino na nagtatrabaho ng tapat at maayos. Justisya! Justisya para sa mga Pilipino. Justisya! Sana makinig sila sa atin at sana may mangyari ngayong araw na to.
Okay.
That video of Vice Ganda, though,
Oh,
it's
I
been
heard her
shared and reshared so many times. I guess, we all feel the anger as well, and you can feel it. What she said on stage, or what he said on
Yes,
stage.
I agree with everything Vice Ganda said on stage, especially the curse words, but I don't agree with bringing back the death penalty. Because for me, in any country, I don't think the death penalty should be the answer, because who are we to say we're gonna kill you, right? Because I actually had a conversation with somebody earlier. If you are against abortion, you should be against the death penalty as well. We don't have the right to choose if you're gonna die or not, but I agree that they should be kulong. So, and hanggang dun lang, we should hold them accountable and jail them, but we should not bring the death penalty
Well,
back.
there's a lot of thought on this speech, but that's actually a developing story. I mean, it just happened yesterday. Let's see what Vice is going to be saying about this in the next couple of days, if she will say something about it, because
Well,
it was really fiery.
What I
Thank
don't
you.
like, though, is, the talk about the death penalty might distract us. That's
Yes.
another debate altogether. It might distract us from what the issue really
Actually,
is.
that's a great point,
corruption
Mai.
and bringing to jail the perpetrators and all those responsible for plundering all these funds, almost 1 trillion pesos
Yes. Right.
in our funds for infrastructure.
Let's stay on track.
So we are, in agreement that, okay, the death penalty, we'll not talk about that, but we should hold them accountable and jail them. So I hope that's what we all focus on, and we should still keep fighting, because this is just the beginning, guys. We
Yeah.
are slowly fighting
But
for
don't
what
forget,
we
stay
should-
on track,
Yep.
folks. Don't let this out of your sight. Yeah.
Yep.
Like what Vice said, let's not just be angry today, but also tomorrow and the next week and the months ahead, until we see all those
Yep.
people that should be jailed really in jail.
Yes.
Because we've
100%.
never seen, a big-time politician from all the corruption scandals that we've had in the nation's history really put to jail.
Yeah, 100%. And
Well-
it's not just the big politicians. I'm actually getting comments, and BNC, we're getting some tips that all these small municipalities allegedly are also doing the same thing. So we should start really looking into this and jailing everybody that's
It's an uphill
doing it.
battle, but one step at a time, to get us to where we should be.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's not
Mai?
just the flood control funds, but all the funds for all the other agencies
lot.
as well.
Yes.
Anyway, on lighter news, I
Yes.
can feel everybody is getting so
When
tense.
we return, we will speak with an advocate for holistic wellness and women empowerment. Stephanie Zubiri will be with us in a bit. Stay tuned after the short break.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Our guest today is someone who knows what she wants and knows how to get it.
Please welcome award-winning author, TV host, lifestyle journalist, and podcaster, Stephanie Zubiri. Welcome.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. First of all, can I say a few words?
Yes.
With regards?
Go.
So you said you know what I want and how to get it, and I just want to say that I am so proud of the courage our Filipino people had yesterday in sharing what they want.
Yes.
And to also acknowledge and honor the anger that they have instead of suppressing it. Because that's a lot of the work that I do, which is, you know, really honoring anger, not violence.
Yes.
But anger has the power to move us into change.
Right.
And
we are
we are finally hearing their voices.
Exactly. I think for a long time, Filipinos have had their throat chakra
Yes.
really close up because we're told to be good. But part of being good and whole and healing is to really make hugot all the
Yes.
hard stuff and ilabas nyo.
But let's get right into it, Steph.
Yes,
I mean,
tell
you
me.
come from a family that is...
In politics, yes, absolutely.
You are the cool Nepo baby, okay? Because
Well-
apparently, before this whole Nepo baby thing came about, it was negative. And then we've had guests that came on that said, I'm a Nepo baby, but this is what I've done.
So I'll tell you what. Number one, my father has been in politics. Then, of course, my siblings. Now my beautiful sister-in-law.
Yes.
And I am proud to be part of a political family because we are honest public servants.
That's why I want to put it out
100%.
there.
And I'm not here at all. I chose not to be in politics. This is not my path. I make my own path. I work hard. And alam mo, pag honest kang public servant, you gotta make kayod, man, because you work hard.
That's why you make
I
kayod.
hustle.
Yeah, you hustle
And I pay
kayod.
my taxes.
We've
Grabe
always
ang kayod
known
niya.
you as someone who's been hustling. So when did you know that politics wasn't the path for you?
Yeah, since before. It's
Since day
really-
one.
Since day one.
Yeah.
That's really not, it's not my thing. Maybe I would be good at it, but I don't think I have the ego or that kind of persona that you need for politics. I like doing work
But-
actually behind the scenes.
Yeah, but
I'm a journalist, really. That's what I do.
I beg to differ, Steph, because I've seen you hosting luxury events, you know, exclusive events, and I think you've got the bandwidth for that. But your
you know
path
what?
is different.
Alam mo, kanya-kanyang talent.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller. My talent is writing, media, sharing stories, empowering other people to tell their stories. And I think that's where I do best. And I think change can come first from the person within, and then it can impact and ripple to society. So I believe that there's so many other things that people can do to help our country beyond politics.
Yes, you wear a lot of hats.
Madam.
Okay?
But let's talk
Parang si
about
Tessa.
Yeah.
as many hats as
let's
Tessa.
talk about you as a storyteller. You've been a storyteller all your life.
Yes.
But how has it evolved all these years? And now it's now took the form of different ventures.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. So I'm really proud to say that my little wellness platform baby, Soulful Feasts, is now on its third year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it started out as a podcast, and then it became a retreats platform with soulful journeys, workshops. You know, we even have free. So it's not always for, you know, expensive to do your inner work and healing. We have free online classes as well for the community, online circles. I have free women's circles. And I really believe that, number one, a lot of times our stories are shaped for us and not by us. And a big part of my work is helping people reclaim their narrative.
Yeah.
So understanding, sandali lang, that voice is not mine. So what is my voice? What are my values? And
Right.
how can I reclaim that and feel empowered to live my life for myself? And so
Yeah, so that's how I guess storytelling from just being a writer. I was a writer, a lifestyle writer. I still write. I still contribute to different publications. I'm in the process of working on a book. I released a book last year. My youngest son, Max, is neurodivergent. He's on the autism spectrum, so I was inspired by his story. So I released a
super
children's
cute.
book.
I love him.
Adorable. Illustrated by Vico Cham, who is an artist also on the autism spectrum, called Chalky. It's available in Fully Booked. And I just want to continue writing stories because stories are powerful. That's
Right.
how you connect
Right.
with different audiences, different people, and yourself. And so now I'm actually in the middle of a 4-year psychology certification, depth psychology, based on Jungian psychology principles, which is all about your story and the individuation process and reclaiming your life.
Yeah, Steph, wow, I got tired with all the things that
Sorry,
you're doing.
ang dami.
No,
You know,
but that's super
hustler
cool
talaga.
because
Yeah.
as I'm never gonna ask you about your priorities and which hats you wear, right? Because that's unfair. Your priority, I know, is being an amazing mother, right? That's the top
Number
hat,
one,
right?
yeah.
But among the things that you just enumerated, which is the one that gives you the most sense of fulfillment?
You know, I love all the workshops and the soulful embodiment practice that I created. So Soulful Feast started out as a podcast, which is so dear to me because it's a different way of storytelling. Ayan, you asked me earlier, what is off limits? Walang off limits. I will tell you everything about
You
my
are
life.
an open book.
All the dirty
Yeah.
secrets, all of it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I want to be real and authentic, right?
Right.
So no shame.
But if you're an open book, there really aren't any secrets, so
None,
it's just
exactly.
dirty.
And the second part, so Soulful Feast is really a community. So we are growing the community. I host monthly workshops in Manila. We have the retreats platform, and I created my own practice called the Soulful Embodiment Practice.
Is this the one that you just did in Vietnam?
Yeah, so that's a retreat in Vietnam. I do also local, and basically we use a combination of depth storytelling, imaginative work, somatic movement, breath work, and energy healing to really tap deep and release the things that hold us back from being our truest, most radiant selves.
So for those who want to join these retreats, what do you hope that they take out of it?
You know, for me, I always say I'm an alchemist. I'm here to help you shape and change your energy and to feel like you feel empowered, that you never feel tapped out. So for a lot of mostly women, and I've come to acknowledge that this is my audience because they can relate with me, 98% women. And because I think our society here values women if they're martyrs. But we should release this martyr syndrome because an empowered woman can do so much more and be so much more. So I think what we do, or what I do in these workshops and retreats, is to help women remember that they are first a woman before all the labels.
Is there a particular group of women that you want to reach out to? Who do you want, who's your dream collaboration with this? I mean, is it, of course, women in your group or your social circle? Is it women in the province? What's the goal?
Kasi for me, whoever will connect with me, then that's meant to be my audience. So for example, I have an upcoming workshop in a hospital in Candelaria for nurses, and so I do a lot of like pro bono.
In Quezon, that's so cool.
I do some pro bono work as well. I do team building and corporate work, and then I also do these individual one-on-one healing sessions. So I think the audience is anyone who wants to make a change, anyone who wants to dive deep, anyone who feels like they're at a crossroads and I'm there to guide them. I don't see myself as a healer because I believe you heal yourself, and I'm just here to help guide you in rewriting your story and feeling, kaya ko to. Kahit mahirap, kaya
Yes.
ko to.
I'd like to go back to what you said, like we like to celebrate women as martyrs, but don't you think, the media also would make villains out of women?
Oh my gosh. The one word that I hate so much as ambisyosa. Because here in the Philippines, they say it as
super
such a
telenovela.
bad word. Like, why is being ambitious, going for what you want, why is putting ourselves first a bad thing?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. Because you know what? You have to always give from your overflow. Your cup always has to be full and you give from your overflow. I learned that from my dearest friend, Kimmy Lou, who I believe you're going to have.
Kimmy's gonna be on the show
And so,
sometime. Yeah.
Otherwise, kung empty ka na, wala ka nang mabibigay.
But you know what, Steph? I think that's the
know.
vilification started with our love of drama. So if you're
Yes.
saying ambitious, that's a protagonist versus an antagonist, or antagonist versus a protagonist.
We celebrate the mahinhin, the
Yeah.
serviable,
Yeah.
like we always have to sacrifice ourselves. That's BS. I'm here to tell you now that an empowered woman who knows who she is, who knows what she wants, and isn't afraid to ask for it,
Right.
can accomplish so much more and have so much positive impact on her children, on her family, on her community.
Yes,
Right?
And I
BS
think-
means to say banana sauce, by the way.
I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people, a lot of women also relate to this theme of reclaiming your narrative. And I've seen it also with other women who've been vilified before, like Monica Lewinsky,
Yes.
who's now, she has a podcast now as well.
She's back.
Yes, reclaiming her story, and also Amanda Knox, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Monica Lewinsky was also a victim of someone in power,
Yes,
right?
that's
Like, I mean, a
true.
victim of her situation, but we never talk about Bill Clinton that
I
way.
have a question. Do you
Yeah.
think that Meghan Markle is a victim?
I have no comments on Meghan Markle. I think if she is happy doing what she's doing, who are we to judge?
Correct.
I think people want to just...
But do you think
women also like to hate on other women, by the
Yes.
way. It's
but
like
do
a
you think she
sickness.
would benefit from your program?
I mean, the thing is, I think anyone would benefit if that calls to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you show up in my program, it's for you. So I cannot speak for Megan.
Megan, you
Megan, you can call
contact
me,
Audrey Stephanie Zubiri. Contact her and she will give you a sash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about vilification. I mean, she
So can I
also
just
on that
say
side-
this, for example? So I'm not ashamed to say, and this has been in my podcast, like I was married and, you know, annulled and twice, right? And, you know, I am a pro-divorce in this country because I think it really does a disservice to women here. I've worked with victims of gender-based violence because I too was a victim one time. And these women have no recourse to start their lives over. But the husband can go ahead and go do whatever he wants, sign papers, buy a house. But you cannot buy a house, get a loan, move forward with your life because you still have to have your husband's
But
signature.
hold on to
So,
that. Hold on
yes.
to that, Steph. That's a very important thing to discuss.
Yeah,
but
it's good that you're also speaking of
Yes, we
because
will-
it's a very polarizing issue, but
It is.
Yes,
good to have
ma'am.
your
I'm not
voice.
shy.
Yes. We will have more of Stephanie Zubiri after a quick break. This is the Daily Dish.
You're still watching the Daily Dish. Our guest today, Stephanie Zubiri.
Yes. So before taking the break, Steph, we were discussing something very important.
Yes.
You know, about you said about divorce and your
A
your
woman's right to choose her life.
Right.
Basically, the trajectory of her life. What is your right as a woman, not with all the hats and labels, to be the sovereign of your life?
And we were talking off cam about characters such as, or
Martha
personalities like Martha
Stewart.
Stewart.
Yes, women
What's your
who have
comment
been
about
demonized
that?
by the media.
Yeah, power
Power
women.
women.
I think it's, you know, I love Martha Stewart. She's my gal. I mean, she went to prison and did it with such grace and then even started community projects in prison.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
amazing, right? She's someone who was vilified for being a bitch, right? And she's like, but that's who I am because I know what I want and I'm willing to get it. And I think that scares people. So I do believe it's changing.
Scares people or scares men?
Scares men and other women because I think some women also, to be fair to them, are afraid to take life in their own hands and therefore they also like pass judgment to women who
Right.
do.
But
So-
there has to also be a point wherein you need to define power versus a character flaw, right? Because sometimes that
Pero bakit flaw, Ferdi? I
No,
mean, part
because-
of my work that I do is walang flaw. My
Okay.
shadow self lang eh.
All right.
There's
What does that
nobody
mean,
is
shadow
flawed.
self?
We are just human. Everyone is flawed. And we just have to embrace
Mm-hmm.
those aspects of ourselves. You know, the flaws that we think of are actually operating from our trauma,
Okay.
from our grief, from, you know, childhood issues that resurface and then it looks like something that is bad because it's projected upon. So what happens is when we do inner work, when we go into our shadows and see where we're operating from, like we are reacting this way because we are triggered by a trauma.
Yes.
And when you recognize that, that's when you can change and sort of see our flaws as, wait, it's not a flaw. It's because I was a victim of this or this happened to me, but I don't need to let that control me anymore.
I just got schooled by Stephanie Zubiri.
And that's also like with Martha Stewart. It's not a flaw, and all the women, power women, who've been demonized by the media because that's how they were portrayed by the media. But they did not take into account what she built. She built an empire.
And
Yes.
so-
and rebuilt the empire.
So
Rebuilt
I
it.
want to share, since it's appropriate,
Yes.
my latest program is called Soft Power, Embodied Feminine Leadership. And so this is actually a workshop that is suited for more corporate settings, female entrepreneurs, CEOs, or leaders of communities. And it's really about embracing the strength in our vulnerability, the strength in our nurturing qualities. Because for a long time, women like Martha or Hillary Clinton had to operate like a man to live in a man's world. But that world is changing, and there is more space now for us to be strong, powerful women. Not a strong woman that has to act like a man to get things done. No, we have our own different sets of strengths.
So,
Very well said.
I want to learn about your different sets of strengths
Ay, nako.
through our favorite
Rapid
She doesn't know about this. I can tell your guests don't really know.
Okay, you go first.
Okay,
Ferdi.
so rapid fire, just whatever comes out of your head, right? Okay. Favorite food?
Pasta.
Travel destination you'll recommend.
Oh, this is a whole list.
Ay, madami yan. Anywhere with nature.
Okay. Best travel tip?
Bring an open mind.
Nice. Something you can't live without.
My cacao. I bring my cacao every day like a crazy person.
I love it. Beauty secret you want to share?
Wash your face every night.
Thank you, Lord.
Wow,
That's not
yeah.
that's hygiene, folks. Okay.
The first thing you do in the morning.
Have a quiet moment to myself and then kiss God.
Yee. She just said, nice cut. And of course, most comfortable outfit for you.
Whatever I'm wearing at the moment, because, you know, I don't wear anything that I don't feel comfortable in.
And you look good at it.
Thank you.
Parks or malls?
Parks.
Always.
Yeah, parks.
What irritates you? Do we have to
What irritates
do
me?
we have a list?
I don't. Bad grammar sa writing. That's the editor in me. I was a magazine editor for a long time, and like bad grammar in writing, not speaking. But
Finally
like,
someone said
I mean,
it.
there's a copywriter, man. There's also like spell check and ChatGPT. Like, there's no reason to have bad grammar and bad copywriting.
So what?
Sorry.
From what irritates you, what pacifies you?
Connecting to self, the divine self. You know, I spend a lot of quiet time just being grateful. Yeah.
Who is your hero?
Who is my hero? Oh, gosh, parang I'm not that kind of person. Well, okay, if I'm being really honest, my hero is my dad because he saved me multiple times from death. Once when I was 3 years old and I drowned in the swimming pool, and I remember him jumping in with his clothes, pulling me out. And the second was when I was thinking of taking my own life And I was on the beach in Bali in the waves, and I was like, sige na, pwede na akong malunod. And he was like, Steph, Steph. And then I just turned around and he was there, and my kids were there. So yeah, he's my angel.
Yeah.
Go, Tito Joe Zubiri.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's called you in from whatever depths you were, at the time.
Yeah, and actually, it's really quite beautiful because he's always taught me unconditional love, that no matter how many mistakes I've made or kalokohan I've done or whatever, he always loved me unconditionally, no judgment.
Yeah,
So,
he just likes to tease.
oh my gosh, yes. Yes, a lot.
Okay, next. Wow, that was beautiful.
Most important life lesson.
Love really is the answer to everything, because with love you can find forgiveness, you can find compassion, you can find understanding. I was at a place in Turkey, like a wellness retreat conference called Harvest Festival, and Satish Kumar was there. So Satish Kumar gave up monkhood and walked barefoot all over the world to the different nuclear capitals of the world. This was during the Cold War, to give them peace tea, to fight for peace. And he was given a talk on courage. And I asked him, I said, at your age, you're 80 plus now, your life is very calm, you're in nature, what do you need courage for today? And he told me, I need the courage to always choose things out of love.
Nice.
So am I doing things because I want to be famous, because it serves my purpose or my ego, or is it truly because of love? And so I ask myself that every day. Am I doing this out of love?
Cool.
Yeah.
Aside from me, Steph, who is your dream interview?
My dream. Love it. Interviewer, interviewee.
Interviewee.
Wow, that's so hard. I don't know. Madame. I don't know. I really let people come to me. I don't think. Sorry, you're my podcast.
You're the next guest.
It's really hard and it's really profound. And there are just so many people out there, and you'll be surprised. Scott and I do less glamorous work, corporate storytelling or purposeful storytelling. And one of our main projects, recent projects, was with One Puhunan, which is a micro-lending firm that only lends to women. And and you know what? The stories of these women and how they got themselves out of poverty, that's an honor.
Yeah.
That's a privilege to interview them and share their
1000%.
stories.
I would do the same.
Next one. Describe yourself in one word.
Open. Yeah.
I like that. If you had ₱1 billion, how would you spend it?
I cannot even fathom that kind of money.
₱1 billion.
₱1 billion, I would most certainly give back quite a bit to community projects, invest in sustainable businesses and community projects.
Yes, because you have so many advocacies also.
Yeah, but I did this practice with Scott. If we got ₱1 billion, what will we do? I wouldn't even change anything. I like my house. But I'm happy. I don't need more than what I have. And so I can't even fathom that kind of wealth.
All right, before we end the rapid fire, we always ask this.
Yes.
Your daily dish, your favorite. If you had one, what would you serve every day?
Every day, you know what? I really love noodles. I'm a noodle person.
Wow.
Send nudes. You can send me nudes anytime. No, I love noodles, and I love the Vietnamese style of noodles with all the
of
herbs,
course.
all the
Talk to me.
all the dahon and
Carbs.
everything.
Yeah.
No, but can we add one more? Because I know lots of women would want to know what is the beauty treatment that everyone must get on board today.
Oh my gosh, beauty treatment. Okay,
Yeah.
total vanity. I really love soft wave.
Soft wave.
Soft
For
wave
the
is good.
tightening.
Yes, and gua sha. So for me, gua sha is like
Life.
the cheap, inexpensive soft wave. It's
I
really
love gua
like
sha.
I gua sha every day, get a nice face oil, and then every morning and every night,
Boom, boom.
keep you taut.
It's
All
a face
right.
massage. Yes.
Thank you so much, my dearest Steph
Thank
Zubiri,
you.
for
Thank you
joining
so
us on the
much.
Daily
Thank
Dish.
you.
Everybody, Steph Zubiri. Yay!
More stories coming up. The Daily Dish. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. The Interior Department says the rioters on Sunday's anti-corruption rallies will be considered as terrorists. DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla says this is in response to the chaos that ensued in Manila, which also left several police personnel injured. Remulla adds they will follow the Justice Department standards in classifying an individual as a terrorist. Despite this, the Interior Secretary maintains the September 21st protests are peaceful.
In a twist of fashion and fate, Manolo Blahnik's new heels inspired by Marie Antoinette dropped just as Filipinos marched against corruption. The shoes are super fancy and pricey and remind people of rich royals who didn't care about the poor. Some say it's the perfect symbol of leaders who love style but forget substance. Because really, what's a little scandal if your shoes sparkle? Let them eat cake.
Or let them wear Manolos. Okay, we got a countdown. What day are, how many more days?
94 days till Christmas!
I felt like it was just Christmas last month. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
That's it for us today, Monday, September 22. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With always zero filter. I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top of the news and stories that matter most.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's a Daily Dish served. Thank you for watching.
See you tomorrow.